I have been practicing social distancing since high school. That is how seriously I'm taking this shit.
These guys
30 years.
will absolutely validate that I'm right.
Yeah.
So I want to make an introduction. You know Brenton Rogo.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yep. Tyler Chamness. We brought him on. He's a special guy.
Chamness.
Whatever.
And go with whatever.
He's my best friend, obviously.
But it's a great combination because we brought him on as a product trainer, as the ability to be able to produce content, because he deals with prescriptive type approaches of what's a person's goals. So we plugged him in about Tyler, 3 months ago.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
And then that allowed us, once he started producing all this content, that allowed us to get the shot lined up that we've been working on, is how can we start producing content at scale for gyms, specifically built around our products. What I'm hoping to do, Chris, is show this out, and as always, your honest feedback, and shoot holes in this thing and be like, okay, here's where it sucks, here's where it can get better, or if there's a positioning of how we can improve this for our affiliates and your clients. That's what I'm hoping to be able to get through on this call.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So first off, one of the things I want to make known out there that a lot of people don't realize is I own GNCs during the last recession. So I saw firsthand, people don't stop buying supplements. In fact, they actually increase their supplement purchases. One of the reasons is gram for gram cost in terms of protein and calories. It's one of the cheapest ways that you can buy and consume protein. So like a meal replacement shake, whey protein. Tyler can attest to this. He's still friends with some of the Max Muscles out there. These guys are going into stores and buying at volume 4, 5, 6 containers of meal replacement as well as protein at a time to stock up.
Wow.
Okay. So like I said on my live earlier today, we've seen an increase in our Amazon store purchases as well as our direct consumer purchases. At that kind of rang a bell, like we need to get ahead of this in terms of the messaging that's going out to the affiliates, because as more traffic starts going away from affiliates, that revenue is going to dry up. So I wanted to make sure that we're shoring that up. But what I didn't anticipate was these gyms going to basically at large have to close voluntarily and mandatory. And at that, once that started kicking in, we started kicking in high gear to where, how do we onboard a gym and take them from, yes, I'm ready to have you guys start posting content on our behalf, and then having a system that flows the content from us to their Facebook page, but then making sure that we have a system on the back end of to where those commissions can be paid out, to where when their members are continuing to buy supplements, they're buying them using their affiliate links and not coming direct to our website or to our Amazon store.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And you also mentioned that you shortened that time frame too, I think, right?
We did.
Okay.
And that was, and this is where zero credit falls on me. It's all on Brenton. It's all on Tyler. Tyler's been doing an amazing job with the content, making sure that that's created, working with the software that we're going to be using and posting it in mass, because I predict we're going to have 100 to 200 gyms within 6 to 7 days saying, yes, please do this for me. So we have to be able to hit a button, and we have to be able to have that content not only go to the gym to be reviewed, to make sure that we're not posting something on their behalf that's not congruent with their message, but it also has to be scheduled out. And what we're proposing is 3 posts per week. Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, but Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a post about a product, specifically about what it can do. And that's what we're looking to do. And some of the other training that we're working on is how can a CrossFit gym that's doing nutrition programming implement their affiliate links into their PDFs that they've got going out, how they utilize those, plugging Tyler into some of the training for their staff of how do they talk about it at the consumer level, but also how do they use those links to where that revenue stays with the gym.
Okay. That sounds pretty awesome. So when you say like post on their behalf, then are you taking control of their social channels to do that posting, or how are you doing it?
We've been doing that. Tyler,
Hmm.
how many gyms are we currently doing it with right now?
We've got 10 total so far.
Wow, that's cool.
Up to this point. Yep.
Okay.
That's cool.
So all this has just been lining up as a test. Like we tried a couple different softwares out there to find out which ones worked, which ones sucked. So Tyler, are you able to share a screen? Let's show Chris what we're doing with CrossFit 734.
You guys see that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So give a quick breakdown, Tyler, of what this post is. So we're looking at Aaron Brewers. If you don't know Aaron, I think you probably do, Chris. He's a great guy. Been with us. I think he's affiliate 101.
Wow.
He's an OG with us.
Wow.
So Tyler, break this post down a little bit and tell us how you came up with the content and as well as the imaging.
So this post in general, so if we take it back to the retail side, I was familiar with this product, the Profusion 7. It's a meal replacement. And really how I craft them is I just take my experiences that I had in the stores and selling a specific product to a person when they come in and ask me a bunch of questions. So if this person came in and asked me, hey, you know what, I have a hard time eating, like I'm trying to lose weight, but this person would tell me I only eat like 2 meals a day. I was telling you, you got to up your calories. So if you're having a hard time eating, a shake is a great option. So if you look at the Profusion 7-1, this is where I talk about it being, the ideal meal replacement or something to add to your day to get those calories in. So I try to craft my posts based off experiences I've had in stores and off questions that I get in stores.
Okay, cool.
So what you can see there, Chris, is it's got the content. We use imaging from the gym if they elect to do that.
Yep.
And you can see there for more information, ask a coach or follow the link. Now, in the past, by default, we set up the affiliate commission at 30% on the first sale, on the direct sale. The residual from that is 20% for all future sales. Where actually anybody that's coming on because of the crisis that we're dealing with, and I think that this has the potential to have a major impact on these gyms that are going to be closing, as well as just having members not showing up. We're transitioning that to a 40% commission.
Wow.
And we'll be fulfilling all of those orders direct from our warehouse.
That's crazy.
So, which part?
All of it, man. So, I mean, number one, there's a ton of work that goes into this. I look at like what's in that post, and like I know how long it takes to actually put something like that together, especially if you're customizing it by affiliate. That's a lot of value that you guys are doing for affiliates. I think that's amazing. But the 40% commission is absolutely unbeatable. And the brilliant part of it is like cash flow is the name of the game right now. With 15 days left in the month, people have to pay rent. If you can handle this for them, it's one less thing for them to worry about. Yeah, I think it's great.
Good. So Tyler, pull up the next tab. So hold on just a second. I just want to dive into this just a little bit more. So Chris, one of the things that we do that a lot of people don't realize is when they're using their affiliate links, that's actually part of our onboarding process. Is we teach the affiliates, how do they use their affiliate links? How do they integrate it into their website, create blog post about it? But on average, we spend anywhere between $6,000 to $8,000 a month on Facebook advertising. And none of those ads, zero of those ads, you can go pull up on page transparency and pull up our ads. Zero of those ads actually have a call to action where it offers a discount to anybody that's visited our page. Because we know that the lion's share of the traffic is either direct traffic, because gyms have built that name up in their communities. People are searching for Driven Nutrition, or as we've started leaning into this more, we're seeing a lot of traffic through Linktree. We're seeing a lot of traffic through these affiliate links. So we have a 3-stage process, just like what you guys teach with Two Brain. Mateo, is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sharp dude. So we just have a retargeting. If you go to 2 Pound Driven Way and you don't convert, we just show you a video ad and if you pay enough attention for 3 seconds, we show you another ad talking about the benefits of the product, as well as a call to action with no discount. Because as soon as we start discounting, we start undercutting the gyms that have built our company. So
smart.
thank you. the underlying power behind these links is that we take our advertising dollars and we retarget those guys to where what I always drive home is, as a gym, you've got to be in front of your members. You got to talk about it consistently because they're seeing these ads out on Facebook and social media and Instagram. So we're using our ads to retarget the traffic that our gyms are driving to our pages, knowing that when they convert, that money is going to flow back to the gym.
Interesting.
So
yeah, I mean, no gym is going to spend $7,000 to $8,000 a month on Facebook ads, period, let alone for their supplement line or their retail program, right?
No, they're not. So we're going to roll over now and show. So that's the power of posting on social media 2 to 3 times a week. We're doing it. We've got through the pilot. It's working smooth. Tyler, do you have any concerns? If Chris says, hey, Jason, here's 150 gyms, do you have any concerns about handling that influx?
No, I mean, it's just a process. It takes time, but I'm getting pretty quick at getting all the posts. I have a system ready to roll.
Okay, good. And Chris, you know, Brenton, I haven't given him any love yet, but those processes and those systems, that's where Brenton has come in.
Cool.
I like to go by the silent assassin. So I'm just kind of sitting back and watching right now, but no, it's something we've been working on for a long time. These guys are killing it. So I'm letting them go.
No, none of it's possible without Brenton and building those processes and systems in the back end. And that's what we're going to roll into now. So Tyler, go ahead and go to the 2 Pound Driven Way, please. So now, Chris, you're looking at this as a customer.
Yeah.
I had Tyler log out as a wholesale customer because I don't like showing wholesale pricing on any of our videos that could potentially be public facing.
Sure.
Okay. So you're seeing that as a customer, but he's also an affiliate, even though he's not seeing wholesale pricing. So Tyler, scroll down just a little bit. Now, imagine that any of your gyms are working with a nutrition client and they're talking through and doing a Zoom call and they're talking about the benefits of taking protein after they get done working out. You still need to keep doing that. Now, if Tyler, if you hover over any of those links, those shareable links, we've gone to the process of not only making those links shareable, but they embed. So Tyler, go ahead and please click on the email. So if you highlight
cool.
there, you'll actually see Tyler's affiliate code on the far right-hand side. So What is that, 1560?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they're also built with UTMs. So everything is tracked properly to where any traffic, Chris, that if your gym drives that traffic to our website, it's going to be attributed. They've got a cookie, and it's not just the first click and then they're gone. That click follows the customer unless they change devices. So
Right.
a gym can quickly share this with email, or they can hopefully they'll post it up on Facebook, tag the member, tag the person that they're talking about, and actually use the social aspect of this to drive traffic to these pages for their affiliates.
That's wild. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's 2 clicks to get that link into an affiliate's hand when you're on the Zoom call with them talking about their nutrition, right? And not into the affiliate's hand, into the client's hand, sorry.
Right. So Tyler, close that out, please. Let's go back to the 2 Pound Driven Way. I think you're going to need to back click. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that social sharing aspect is at the top as well as the bottom of every single one of our pages. It's also at the top and bottom of all of our articles. So we've got content built out. I'll get into that here in just a second as far as content for email for affiliates. But Tyler, if you don't mind, roll over to the next Driven Affiliate tab. Okay, this is the Driven Affiliate area. A lot of our affiliates are very familiar with this. You've got your custom URL, you've got your affiliate ID, your link. But if you scroll down just a little bit, you actually can see every single product affiliate link as well as the commission.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
Yeah. So what we're going to be doing is once these gyms start transitioning into this new system, they're going to be set at a 40% commission rate. They're going to be able to see their commissions. Those commissions will be paid out monthly. We do it. I end it at the first of the month, and then it usually takes anywhere between 4 to 5 days for me to get payments processed out. We're either going to, if this is something that scales fast, we're going to be using a bill pay service. or we'll be using PayPal, whichever the affiliate prefers.
I see. Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. So now we roll up to the top, Tyler, because a lot of people are going to be asking, how do we take advantage of this? How do we use it? Tyler, go ahead and click on up at the top. It says, if you're wanting our system for using social media posting as well as drop shipping, click here.
Okay.
So, and Tyler, your screen's just a little bit small, but that top one, Chris.
Yeah, I could see it.
Okay. So scroll up just a hair, Tyler.
Okay.
Up.
Good.
The other up.
Yeah, the other up.
I was holding my breath. All right. So drop down for your affiliate ID. Go ahead and drop that down. There's only going to be 3 pieces of information that we need from these affiliates to be able to connect them inside of Infusionsoft, which they're already in. They're going to copy their affiliate ID. Go ahead and drop down the next one, Tyler. Their email address is important because that's the email address that they use to log in to the website. That's connected to their affiliate ID. That's also connected to their Infusionsoft account. So we made this page to make it just drop dead easy. So Tyler, if you scroll down just a hair, you're going to see the affiliate needs to enter their affiliate ID. They need to enter their email address, their gym name, and when they hit submit, the system kicks in.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. The very first email they're going to get is going to be an email introducing Tyler. It's going to link to his Facebook page, and it's going to send instructions on how they have to set him as an admin on their Facebook page. Once that's done, he will be able to then post en masse, schedule out both to Facebook as well as to Instagram.
Okay, that's interesting.
And then it's done.
Wow. Yeah. So how do you do that on a large scale when you've got to insert like specific affiliate info, like their picture?
So two different questions. The affiliate info, that's a good one. So the affiliate info is their affiliate ID as well as their gym name. We use those. Those are, Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they're called custom tags.
Yep, custom fields, and I just set the tags to each gym.
Okay. Now, when it comes to content and images, those are things that we plug and go with the existing content that we have, using images that just the massive database of images that we've compiled over the years. That's by default. If a gym is wanting to get more engaged, what we're doing is we're saying, hey, go take pictures in your gym, just en masse, just take good high quality pictures using your iPhone and send them to us. And then it's a simple drag and drop. So Tyler's able to bulk schedule these posts out. And if they want to say, hey, here's 20 pictures of Disrupt, cool. We've got Disrupt scheduled out on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever days of the month it is. He can just drag and drop and then it's done.
Yeah, really, really interesting. That's cool. That's the biggest problem that a lot of affiliates have, honestly, is just producing content consistently. And we've been trying to get them to do that for about 4 years. And nothing has been as effective as coronavirus for getting them to actually create content. So yeah, you guys are right up there with COVID for empowering them on content creation.
I think that's a compliment.
Neck and neck.
Yeah. That's I'm going to meditate on whether or not I actually want to be associated with those two things, but I do appreciate the compliment, Chris.
You are a big catalyst. Let's put it that way.
Thank you.
Go. That's better. Yeah.
So in terms of what you know with affiliates, and I'm not asking for pandering. I think you know me well enough, and I know you well enough that you wouldn't do that. I think that I think that's important to disclose out there for anybody that's listening to this. Please shoot holes in this. Tell us how we can improve it. Tell us what impact you believe this can have, good, bad, and indifferent.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the short term, if I were an affiliate who was really struggling, I would want to know, like, how long does it take to start a campaign versus when I get paid? The big panic out there right now is like the rent is due 2 weeks from today. and
Right.
I need to have cash in my pocket. So, I mean, maybe you could have like a earlier month end where it doesn't end on the 31st this month, it ends on the 28th or something like that. Even though I'm not going to sell as much, every little bit of cash is going to help. Longer term after that, though, I really think like, you know, your 60-day plan, your 90-day plan, what you want to be focused on is like, you know, stabilizing your cash flow, getting your members back. And so if you can kind of tie this into some kind of nutrition challenge or something, I think, you know, the original like taste test challenge or tester night or whatever it was as a fun reintroduction to the gym might be a lot of fun too. Like that might be an idea. And then after 90 days, really, everybody's going to be looking for government assistance and SBA loans and stuff like that. So
Right.
if you don't have to do that though, because you've got cash flow, amazing, you know? I think that one other thing that you could do is if people, like obviously the way to sell this stuff when people are at home is to set up nutrition consultations with them and be giving them nutrition coaching and, you know, using a prescriptive model to say, you need this, and then reviewing their progress with like MyFitnessPal or something like that. And if coaches can say like, hey, look, you're consistently not hitting your protein goals. Now I would suggest using this product. I think they're going to get really high buy-in, you know?
Right.
You know, I look at my nutrition coach a month ago, you know, she was like, look, you are consistently not hitting your protein goals, but exceeding your fat macros. What's going on? And I'm like, well, I'm getting all my protein from meat right now. And so she should have right there said, I can solve this problem for you. And, you know, so I think like showing affiliates how to do that in the way that's like help first and not salesy. You guys are probably doing this already, but I think that might help them, you know, sell a little bit more too and make some more money.
Okay. And I'm 100% on the same page. I think in 90 days, if gyms will be reaching out to the SBA, hopefully even sooner than that, because in 90 days, the line's going to be too damn long. I'm going to put a plug in here because I've done SBA loans, several of them in the past at different businesses. Find an SBA preferred lender, pick up the phone and get in line fast. The faster you do that, the faster you're at the front of the line, and an SBA preferred bank will crush in terms of being able to get your documentation fast-tracked, as well as getting the majority of the work done for you, as opposed to the labor-intensive process of doing an SBA loan.
Yeah, like we got Two Brain gyms who got approved today for SBA loans.
Great.
And you know, keep in mind, like these gyms are not struggling. This is just kind of like their safety net in case cash flow goes south in 60 days.
Right. So. Right. And that's our goal. That's our goal with this is not, I don't believe that this is going to be a massive flush of cash to these gyms. I think it's a way to plug an artery. If retail is part of your game or it's not part of your game, you can shore up your cash reserves by having cash continuing to come in. And since this is basically plug and play to where it's done, and then anything you want to do in addition to that, supplemental in terms of getting your coaches to being progressive in terms of getting that message out, it's going to help all the more. But this allows you to turn it on, allow that revenue to flow in, and hopefully help those gyms out.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the silver lining to this crisis, guys, is that people are going to try things to help their business that they've never tried before, like online coaching, like maybe they introduce supplements, you know, whatever it is. And they're gonna finish stronger. You know, there's gonna be a short-term hit to their cash flow, but ultimately the systems that they build because of the urgency of the crisis will probably stand the test of time and leave them better set up for the next crisis, because you know there's going to be one. So I do think that this is a good program and it's going to help with short-term cash flow. My question is, when people start with Driven, do they usually see like their biggest excitement in sales right up front, or does it gradually build over time, or how does that go?
Good question. That comes down to the effort of the gym and the coaches, whether or not they get buy-in. There's always a big excitement, but if it's kind of like working out for the first 2 weeks, you get excited, but then you don't show up for gym for 2 to 3 weeks after that, yeah, you're going to lose your gains. The gyms that consistently post and get their coaches involved and they do pre-sales, whether it's once a month, every 2 weeks, they just continue to build that momentum up, and it's constantly going in the right direction. The ones that are indifferent about it, they get a flash in the pan, they get $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in sales in a month, and then they're sitting fat and happy, but then they look up and then they don't have crap sitting on their shelves, and then they wonder why sales die off.
I get it. Still, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 could mean the difference between saving people 30 days from now and going bankrupt before that. Right. So, yeah, this could definitely plug some gaps, guys. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, Chris, thank you for the time. Sure. Is there anything else that you want to add to this? Any other questions that you have? Like, we're going to publish this out.
Cool. Great.
That's why I wanted to have, like, off the cuff, like, because you're going to have a lot of the same questions that an affiliate will have. Sure. And I wanted to flesh those out. So anything else that you want to add? Any thoughts?
Yeah. When are you going to do it in Canada? And, yeah, if you guys can give me a link to this recording, what we're going to start doing, because there's so much good information out there right now, is we're sending out a daily brief to everybody on our list. There's about 25,500 gyms on there now. Okay. And, so we're saying, like, look, if you don't pay any attention to anything else, just do these things today. And that's what we're doing while we're in this state of emergency. So I can put a link to that on the daily brief.
Great. I'll get you that, as well as kind of a brief write-up, about 3 or 4 paragraphs long, about what this is, about why it's important. Cool. But I think that people need to realize their members are going to keep buying protein. In fact, they're probably going to start consuming more. I've seen this really before. It happens. Yeah, it's shocking. So, Chris, good. Man, thank you. It's always a pleasure. Brenton, Tyler, you guys are amazing. Great job pushing this thing across the finish line. And thanks for navigating these waters with us.